in trying to adapt the fact that we love to see Yaria and Marco Polo together. They're trying to improve themselves by learning from all the KPL teams. Such a good news, to finally see the changes.
I love this game 6. So many different compositions. It's really nice to see Yaria and Marco Polo on one end, and to see the Tranfei Lupu and Gongsun Li combo from the other team.
So my first question is, will Gongsun Li be facing Marco Polo during the matchup phase? So definitely the answer will be answered.
That's gonna be the narrative of this story for Game 6. The battle between Gongsun Li and Marco Polo. Are they going to face each other, or are we just gonna be playing a game of the cat and the mouse through the whole game?
Okay. Well, QUESO even brought a flash instead of the other common skills. Normally, we expect to see Marco Polo paired with a Purify.
Yes, exactly. Just so it can become a little bit more aggressive, right? Look at that Moss using his ability to come in and just start with the early invasion.
Still a little bit jungle it right there.
That's going to be bad news for Musashi, as he's going to have to take on some of the minion waves to be able to make it to 4.
This happens a lot when Gongsun Li doing matchup with Marco Polo. Marco Polo usually the last one who, clean the wave standing right below the tower.
And he's not going to be able to take control of the sprite.
Of course, yeah.
That river sprite is going to allow Gongsun Li to make it to 4 way, way, way earlier than Marco Polo.
Much ahead of his enemies.
Yeah, exactly. Lulu is going to come in to try to support a little bit more. Hermes is going to try to jump in. Lulu is going to try to stun a little bit. Tranfei has to jump in as well.
Oh, the junglers also made the rotations down. Some reinforcement are happening down there, but nothing has happened because it's only like everyone is level 3, not enough abilities.
Not enough abilities. It's gonna have to depend on who's gonna make it to 4 first. Another that is gonna have a second opportunity on that Musashi Miyamoto. His first performance was not the best. Let's see if another can turn things around. Right? Lupu has been taken extremely low. He still does not have his ult. True, almost there taking the first blood.
So Juju has like an level ahead of Lupu, so that's the reason why he plays so aggressively when doing solo matchup with Lupu. So once Lupu reaches level 4, has the ultimate, I think will be a little bit different.
Oh, it's a completely different ball game, right? Like, that's the reason why we're always talking about who is going to make it to 4 first.
Yeah.
If you make it to 4, you have your ult, you can be a little bit more aggressive. And aggressive we are being, as Tranfei is going to be taken out of this match. It's going to be first blood for the side of Team QUESO.
Cool. Nice invasion there. Will they retrieve back safely? I think no.
No, it's not going to be enough because Lupu is being taken extremely low. Juju wants his kill and he's going to be able to level things down. It's going to be 2-0 for Team QUESO.
2 kills over to Juju. What a play by Juju.
I like that. I like that. Very well done. Looking better for Team QUESO in this game compared to what was their first performance.
Yeah. And Miyamoto Musashi will stay the same for another. So basically, I think he does not feel so well after the first match.
Not enough yet. Not enough, that's for sure. Look at that. Juju was a man with a mission. Look at that. He used all his abilities. He had all his abilities on cooldown. Has to finish it just with an A.
Surprisingly, we expect to see a lot of more. Maybe teamfight being taken place down below in the bottom lane, but surprisingly, we've seen like 2 kills happen on the top.
Look at that, Summer trying to use the Fallen God, trying to get the kills. Not gonna be enough. It's gonna be pushed back as Zero came in to try to support Juju.
This is a really interesting, but normally you will expect this Joey to make rotation down to the bottom to help Marco Polo during the matchup with Gongsun Li, but just out of surprise, they choose to go to the top, and out of nowhere, I think they're making something happen right there.
I think that Team QUESO is very confident in that combo between QUESO and Lulu, right?
Yes.
Like the support that Lulu can give to QUESO might just be enough, and then just leaving Zero and Juju just going on top lane, trying to get an advantage over there on top.
Oh, we can see a little bit interesting thing happen with Yaria on A. Sorry, wait a
The
minute.
wild blood falling by the fallen god is not going to be enough. And it's going to be one more kill. Zero is not going to be able to survive on those two combo chains.
Wow. Something might happen here with the flicker being used. KUESO might find himself a little more time to buy more items needed for Marco Polo, especially Doomsday.
Look at that. I love how 007 just immediately just went in front of Choo-Choo. It's not going to be enough. Look at that. Gonsunli taken extremely low. Lulu and KUESO are doing anything they want right now.
Find a correct moment and get that kill over to Marco Polo.
I like that. I like that. Me Marks and Ganjiang and Moye comes to clean the wave. Look at that. It's going to be a 2v2 scrimmage right over here. Summer is going to have to proc his flash just to run away.
We can see that Yaria is using her ultimate to standing on the shoulder of Marco Polo. This is how this hero will be played. This hero will offer extra gold, extra shield to the character who stands upon. So Marco Polo will be a clear target. So Zero really needs to be careful because your supports stick with your marksman together down below. So you need to make rotation with higher attention.
So that's why we say that to a lot of people that Yaria is a great hero when you're really new to the game, right?
Yeah.
Like because it's a very passive hero. The only thing that you need to do is just to fusion in with a key player so you can have a little bit more options to survive.
Yeah.
Choo-Choo being taken extremely low as the Wild Blood was procced in, but it was a little bit wide. Right now we have Musashi and Droyu trying to clean on the wave. 007 that is going to TP right next to Summer.
You know, it's a good news to see that our players make a very good use of the primal portal right there. So after finishing your jungling down at the bottom or the top, you can use the primal portal to transfer to the map down below and make a lot of changes.
Yes, exactly. Remember that the primal portal is going to appear on the clash lane.
Yep.
And after 2 minutes, right? It's going to be part of the game between 2 minutes and it's going to disappear at the 10th minute.
So make good off use.
Wow, look at that. KUESO dealing so much damage. Moss is going to have to run away with 1% of his health bar.
But another thing might be happening down there. The blue buff will be invaded singly and solely by this Ata.
Oh, look at that, Hermes.
Revenging.
Hermes going in. It's going to take a 1v2 and it's going to fall in victorious out of that fight. Choo-Choo is going to try to come in, but he knows that he doesn't want to be facing that Gonsunli. Right now, that turret doesn't seem to be able to stand as Choo-Choo is going to have to run away and then just give the turret to them, buddy. You don't want to fight there.
Yeah, you have to choose what to give up and what to gain back.
Sometimes you just need to let them take it. Sometimes it's just the only thing you can do. Let them take it.
Yes, how life works, right? You have to give up something in order to gain something back.
Look at that. He shoots and he's wide, and then after that, the anger of the land.
Oh, cool. Hiding vision in the bush, making Marco Polo lost a target for even 1 second, gaining herself more time to waiting for the cooldown of her abilities. Nice move. Well done.
I feel like Marco Polo uses his ability to try to check on the position of where Gonsunli was, but he was just extremely unlucky that he did not land even one of those bullets. And unlucky is going to be Droyu, that he's going to take on the anger from Moss. Look at the man. He takes 1 hit, 2 hits on another, another is going to have to run away as well.
Why do I have the expression that I'm always watching another escaping from one place to another? So I think Team KUESO really needs to be more careful, offering more vision to the junglers.
Yeah,
the farming up is very important.
I feel like in the last 2 minutes, Team KUESO has been put on their back foot.
Yes.
And they haven't been able to find a solution on how to get out of this very, very horrible situation they have been put in.
Miyamoto Musashi is right here looking for opportunity to try to dive into the backline, but unfortunately, Bacon Time chooses to retrieve back and trying to get some HP recovered.
Look at that. KUESO's being able to poke so much on Summer's health bar. It's going to bring it back to 50% of what it was. That's a good thing about having a Marco Polo and a Yarria composition. You can just really just jump in the face of your enemies.
Yep.
Like your enemies have nothing to do against that, since Yarria's ability is going to slow them down as well, right?
Mm-hmm. They're waiting for the dragons to turn into a greater one.
Yeah.
The Shadow Tyrant and the Shadow Overlord.
It's exactly. The last Tyrant and the last Overlord of the first half of the game are going to be gone. And right now it's going to be Lu Bu with a kamikaze jump in. Lamb comes in, takes on a kill. It's going to take on a second one that Atta is going to fall as well. It's going to be a 2-0 trade for Bacon Time.
Wow, beautiful play. We can see how deeply positioned this Zhang Fei is, using the ultimate, trying to force their enemy back to their frontliner with the ultimate from Lu Bu together, creating an area where Team Castle has nowhere to go.
We talked about that before, right? Like how Lu Bu uses his ultimate just to push all the enemies in the direction he wants them to be pushed.
Yes.
He makes his ultimate very, very deep.
Lam,
and then it's not going to be enough. Lam trying to come in, but it's taking so much damage from the turret. He does not want to get that in there.
But the Disruptor is being used to protect their own turrets. Lulu will have to wait for 90 more seconds for this common skill to be activated again.
Oh, Lu Bu taking extremely low. He's going to have to proc his ult, jump away, and be able to survive on that, because Marco Polo had his eyes on him. Look at that, taking extremely low. Gunsun Lee is going to run away. The Wild Blood is going to allow her to run away with his life.
But very risky moves it is. It cost the Moss the ultimate to trying to protect her mass from getting away from the battlefield.
And now that Moss does not have his ultimate, and it's going to be a very, very long cooldown. Right now I see that Team Queso has the advantage. Turn things around as Lamy is going to fall as well. Yarria is going to fall. It's going to be Ganja and Moya is going to take on her, and then Marco Polo is going to fall to Gunsun Lee.
I could only say that I know the reason why Castle has used a Flicker instead of a Purify.
Yep.
Nice move there. A lot of damage are being distributed, but unfortunately never got the correct right angle to do that. So basically, Bacon Time just finds a way through and manage to get that kill over to Marco Polo.
It is difficult to use Marco Polo because in the moment that you decide on what's going to be the angle of your shooting, you cannot change that anymore.
Yes.
You lock in the specific angle that you want your bullets to go, and then after that, there's nothing you can do.
I love the idea that Ganjang and Moya, the mage for Mimark, actually want to buy a staff called the Venomous Staff to try to limit the HP recovery from your enemies, which will be aiming at Juju.
It's going to be aiming at Juju. Look at that, Marco Polo engaging in a second fight right after he had already taken the kill on Lamb.
Went too far.
You sometimes need to understand that you take the win and then you just need to run away, as right now we've got Gunsun Lee already with Sun Chaser. That item is going to be incredibly important for Gunsun Lee.
I think Castle really want to make something happen by a lot of aggressive moves, but sometimes you need to stay calm and wait for better things to happen. So another spend a lot of time farming up. It's the right moment where this Miyamoto Musashi should stand out.
Look at that, the combo coming in, the Wild Blood falling by the Fallen God. Incredible, they're going to take on two people from Team Queso. This is tragic for them, as right now Musashi Miyamoto is going to try to turn things around. Gunsun Lee is going to fall thanks to Marco Polo. It is a 2v1 trade for Bacon Time.
But we can have a look at the dashboard showing the goal differences. I don't see a very clear gap between each team. So that means that it still remains like a 50-50 for either team. If beautiful team fights are demonstrated, I think every single side can just turn the whole thing around.
Another trying to clean that wave is not going to be enough, because if he went in, 007 was going to put a dagger through his heart. I just love the way that this Wild Blood and this Fallen God are just going in perfect sequence. Just Zhang Fei procs his ult first, and then immediately after that, The next you see is Lupo falling from the skies.
Well, Marco Polo have the solo kill over here, killing Lam the assassin in return.
Lam needs to be a little bit more careful in there. Come on, you cannot just be an assassin and just being assassinated every single time.
Of course.
Come on,
you know, vision extremely important in the late game. If you want your jungler to, be responsible to the wave push, you have to gain enough vision so that he will not face a lot of enemies when doing the split in the side lanes.
Yeah, that's true. We're not saying that junglers should not be doing the split push.
Yeah.
But if you're going to make that decision,
vision should be offered.
Vision should be offered. You're totally right on that, King.
Another skirmish here, exchange of their abilities, but no party can seem to, start and make something happen in the mid. So instead, Marco Polo, together with Miyamoto Musashi, trying to have some initiation on the Dark Tyrant. Clever move.
Clever move, because they're going to have that buff and they're going to be able to fight right now. If they decide to, the Wild Blood is going to jump in. One more time, the Fallen God is going to follow. They're going to be taken extremely low. Another is going to try to find on the back laner. He's not going to be able to blow to make the final blow, but it is Gunsu Lee that is going to fall. Ata falls as well.
Killing spree for Marco Polo.
Killing spree for Marco Polo. Look at the man. He's just going crazy. Berserker as it's going to be an amazing trade. It's going to be a 3-2 for the side of Team QUESO.
Castle is telling you the answer. Why do I choose Marco Polo paired with the Aria? Because I have enough ability, enough talent, enough personal skills to do this.
Look at
to
that.
be the core for the entire team, for Team Castle.
The confidence that this Marco Polo has right now, he's not afraid of this Ganja and Moya's blades at all.
Yep.
He knows that Ganja and Moya has his ult, but he does not mind. He's just pushing forward and trying his best. Look at that. The Wild Blood comes in, the Fallen God, but another takes the opportunity to come and try to lock in on the back laner. That is the moment. That is vital.
Let's see how quick the response is, how quickly he reacts upon their opponents, right?
Of course.
The ultimate all aiming for Marco Polo with 2 ultimate aiming on his head. He managed to use the ultimate, getting away from the team fight and managed to do damage onto their front liners.
Even though it wasn't it was a beautiful control chain by Bacon Time, but the way that Team QUESO responded to that was top quality.
So Marco Polo, this character definitely have his charm, right?
Yeah, of course. Believe me that after today's games, that Marco Polo is going to become the top marksman pick for the next 2 days.
Yeah. So swiftness and flexibility, mobility, all the right words to describe Marco Polo.
All of the right words to describe Marco Polo as right now.
Under one condition.
What's the condition?
If you have enough gold.
You gotta be rich.
You gotta be rich.
You gotta be rich if you want to be able to do that, right? Just to go around just not caring about anything. Two little scrimmage over here in mid lane. Marco Polo is gonna come from behind, trying to chip in most health bar.
The time passed really fast, 18 minutes already.
18 minutes already, and there's going to be 11 seconds for the Shadow Tyrant and the Shadow Overlord to spawn. Look at this, Trump face just chasing after another, no respect whatsoever.
Wow.
Support pushing his way. The Fallen God is going to jump in, not going to be able to leave any lethal damage. It's not going to be enough. Troll is still alive. Put in the fire. Lupo is going to try to survive, but it's going to be 4 people going around him. Is he going to be able to run away? It's not going to be possible as his screen goes gray.
It seems impossible to escape, and we've seen crucial team fights tanking and absorbing almost over 50% of the entire team fight just happened.
Imagine that 50% of damage is sucked in by one hero. Right now, we know that Bacon Time doesn't want to give this Shadow Tyrant away. But look at that. Land is going to try to go back. It's going to be Marco Polo with the Resurrect that's going to come and it's going to be back online.
And see the front line trying to play something down, making another kill happen, but Marco Polo is way too far from the enemies and trying to retrieve back and gaining this Overlord. Dragon is what really matters.
Exactly, it's 19 minutes. They're gonna have 45 seconds to take on this Shadow Overlord. And that's gonna be enough. They're gonna have the priority for the Tempest Dragon. Trampa is taken extremely low. He cannot proc his ult. And it's gonna be one more kill for Team QUESO.
You know,
they have their foot on the oil right now.
For Hamas, it will be extremely hard to find a place to trying to do damage during the team fights, because with the choice of Gongsun Li, you will get more difficult as the time goes by, facing Zhou Yu. Especially because Zhou Yu can contribute a lot of the AoE damage. Wherever you go, there will be a flame and a fire under your foot, and this will be extremely hard for Gongsun Li to find a place.
No matter where your parasol goes, you'll always be falling and surrounded by flames.
Yeah.
And those flames, as the time goes, they're going to become lethal fire for you to survive.
Life-threatening Marco Polo again.
Ooh, it's wide. Marco Polo running away. When Lamb just wanted to take him down, he just proc his second ability, goes out of the fight. Surviving amazingly great fashion.
Flexibility of Marco Polo, ultimate with the second ability, dashing away. So cool.
So cool because right now they're gonna have the Tempest Dragon. Right now, Lamb is going to have to go to top lane to try to protect the turret, and that Tempest Dragon's HP is already half. What's going to happen? Are they going to engage, or are they just going to let this go uncontested? The dragon is still re-aggroing, it's just falling, it's not going to be fast enough. Lamb is coming from behind.
Right there.
The wild blood that is proud, the falling god is going to be wide, it's just pushing everyone behind, but it's not going to be enough. They pushed all their abilities. They survived. They're going to try to take on this Tempest Dragon. I don't see a chance that Team QUESO, Marco Polo is going to fall as well. And right now it's going to be Bacon time that is going to take the Tempest Dragon. But the price is going to be that of top lane turret.
I mean, Castle obviously does not want to give this Tempest Dragon away to their enemy. But if you are doing by your own, there's no way you can find for 5 enemies. 1 versus 5 is impossible in honor of King Games.
Yes, exactly. It is just too hard, extremely difficult.
Too hard a task. And right now we can see Bacon time rushing their vanguards in the mid, trying to take down the high ground tower. Everything is changing within seconds.
5 more seconds for Marco Polo to be back online, but then now the Tempest Dragon is going to be stopped by those chariots that they're having in the middle.
But with Zhou Yu's help with the flame, with the fire, managed to clean the wave quite easily. Zero, you really need to stay alive in order to clean the waves.
Zero needs to stay alive, so it's going to be Ganjen Moya's opportunity right now just to lock him in. Zero's going to have to push back.
Being pulled out.
Right now it's going to be Guan Yu just pulling in. He's going to take on one. It's going to have to be a resurrect for part of the Team QUESO. Things are looking grim for them right now as they had the keys to victory and handed back to Bacon time. Marco Polo jumps in with the proc in his ability. It's going to be Liu Bu that's going to have to go down. Musashi Miyamoto locks in one person. He's not going to fall down, and it's not going to be lethal damage.
Zero's still the main available. Will this be the end?
Look at that.
Miyamoto's still alive, looking for more kills.
The resurrections are going to have to keep proccing because right now the dragons are already pushing on the crystal.
So with 2 men down, but getting the kill with 1 man in return, Team Castle finally managed to save the base and trying to extend the length of this match. Let's see the replay, see the team fight just happen. So firstly, Marco Polo go back to the base and trying to do some poking ability to the front lines using the first ability with the help of Yaria. Managed to take Liu Bu down very low, get that kill, but unfortunately use all of his abilities. Right?
Yes, exactly. This is the moment where you start seeing the more resurrections that you can have, the more life that you can have, the longer you can stay in a fight. Those are going to be key factors for you to take the victory or not.
But through this team fight, they have used up all their bullets in their cases. So no more Sage's Sentry, no more Resurrection. Since we do not have Tai Yizhen in their composition, they will only have 1 life. The last team fight will be the lethal one. Will be the last one.
Just to see right now, Sage's Sanctuary, Destiny, Splendors, those are going to be the items that we're going to be looking for in order to win some fights as we are using them at 24 minutes mark. 3 more seconds. And the Tempest Dragon is back in the valley.
Well, this match is so amazing to watch.
It's an interesting one.
A lot of miracle has been taken place, and now it's bacon time, forcing
1v1! He takes that solo kill. Gunsun Lee is going to fall. Marco Polo is going to have to run back because the super minions are trying to get the deal done.
See, the other side, I think Marco Polo can pretty much get it covered, but the Tempest Dragon, the teammates are rushing this Tempest Dragon, trying to gain the vision, trying to have this dragon to their side.
Lupu, he still has his ult. He knows he needs to hold to that. It's going to be the last hope for Bacon Time to protect the Tempest Dragon as it's going to re-aggro.
Team Castle has some wave advantage on the top, which means that they can force and rush into this Tempest Dragon, but see where Lam is trying to gain their wave much towards the top.
Lupu is going to have to proc his ult. I feel Lam, he wants to try to steal the turret. He wants to come in, he's cleaning wave, he's got super minions, it's gonna be only 0 in between him and the Crystal. But right now the Tempest Dragon's gonna go for Team QUESO. QUESO comes in, it's gonna take Zhangfei's HP bar extremely low.
Zhangfei has to go away even because he has not had the ultimate yet. He don't want to waste the ultimate against solo with Marco Polo. There's no way winning that solo fight.
Oh, Lam tried to come in and put some pressure on the Crystal, but that decision just cost them. Team QUESO taking the Tempest Dragon.
You know, double 7X can steal the base if he killed Zhou Yu, but Zhou Yu does not give him an opportunity to do that.
Zhou Yu just dropped the fire and just ran away. I'm not staying here to fight against you. Aman is not doing that, but Aman is being taken extremely low. 0 with 2 of the blades from Ganyan Moya. His HP bar almost disappearing. Marco Polo is going to try to poke a little bit more to try to get this turret down.
But look how accurate those swords from Ganyan Moya is. Nice work there, because you need to keep 0 away from your high ground towers.
They need to get 0 out of the equation. If the man is not here with the fire, it's going to be difficult for Team QUESO to jump into the high ground.
Those 3 swords are so important and actually keeps your enemies away. Team Castle was planning to go on at least taking 1 high ground tower down by the action just now.
Look at that Summer taking extremely low. The Wild Blood falling by the Fallen God. Zero has a great area. He's just putting the fire. Everyone's being taken extremely low. No lethal damage yet. Lupu is not going to be able to take it completely, and he's going to be burned down to ashes.
And after another life gain. No, so it ends off the team fights, and Team QUESO get 1 kill. Summer.
My heart just pounding so fast. I saw Musashi Miyamoto's light just showing in front of his eyes as he was just trying to TP back to base.
Sure.
And the blades were 1 millimeter away from his heart.
You know, I think we will be witnessing the final battle to trying to win in the second Tempest Dragon. It's about to spawn on the bottom side, so whoever gets this river vision will be the one who have a better advantages in fighting for the Tempest Dragon.
35 more seconds until the next Tempest Dragon. We can see that right now things are turning around fast, very quickly. Right now, Team QUESO turning tables around, and right now they are the ones with their hands on the wheel.
We are finally seeing some split pushing right here, letting another Miyamoto Musashi to, get to the lane deeper to Bacon Time's high ground tower so that they can have the vision right on the Tempest Dragon.
The Wild Blood comes in. Gunsun Lee is going to deal so much damage. Jari is going to have to push her ult. He's going to have to place this on the resurrection. It's not going to be enough.
Look where Miyamoto Musashi is trying to steal the base. While he do that, the super soldiers are ready. All the rest teammates are trying to slow down their enemies.
Lam is going to try to come in. He's going to take on a 1v1. It's going to be a 2v1. It's going to be 5 people surrounding Miyamoto Musashi. He's going to have to go back to bed, thinking he could steal that ground.
Everything are happening in this particular match. We've seen Super Soldier rushing into the base. We've seen Jungler going solo trying to steal the base twice for each team. Each team has trying their best to win this game and trying to finish this match.
And it's 29 minutes. The 29
minutes
minutes mark right now, and right now the Tempest Dragon is taking to half of the HP. Team QUESO does not have the soldiers, does not have the heroes to contest this, and it's now gonna be everything in the hands of Bacon Time.
So if you were comparing the quality of their wave right now, so both teams have gained 2 high ground towers off their enemies, but instead of the mid one, Team QUESO actually have like the top and the bottom lane, which will be more adventurous when it comes to the last or the next Tempest Dragon to spawn.
Whenever that you have advantage on one of those 2
Side
top
lanes.
or bottom side
Yes.
lanes, that just gives you so much more options for you to take on fights, right?
Because you need to take further routes in order to clean a wave in the side lanes. Mid lane always the first one to clean a wave. So
And in the moment that you're gonna just show
important.
up that you're cleaning wave, that's just the cue for the other team just to push and try to engage.
I think both teams pretty much used up all the Sage Sentry. We can only use the Sage Sentry, this item, twice within one game.
Let's see right now. It's going to depend on Zero staying in the fight for a long time. He's the only hope that right now Team QUESO has to clean the wave and not allow Bacon Time to take on that crystal.
Gongsun Li tries her best to find a place to do damage, and the Vanguard's up there and doing a lot of damage on the high ground tower easily. 3-second countdown.
It's gonna have to. They are gonna have to lead back. Their goal has been already met. No high ground turrets are there in between their minions and the crystal. Right now we have dragons coming from all 3 lanes.
But the
Looks
flames
bad
are
to
ready.
Team QUESO.
Team QUESO can protect their base as long as the Zhou stays alive.
Yes, exactly. The survival on Troyu is going to be key for this game to keep going to the next Tempest Dragon.
Another 1 more minute of the game, and they are renewing the record. This is the longest match for 2022 KIC.
Exactly.
Till
Look
now.
at that, 31 minutes. We are 50 seconds away from our 4th Tempest Dragon of this game. We did not see many in the games before, and this game is just taking all of them.
I think every player are trying their best and showing their limitations within this match. So the next team fight will be crucial and very essential for either teams, because as we talk about, the Sage Sentry might be used up. Her Maz and Summer, Lu Bu and Gongsun Li still have 1 remaining. Will this change the fact of the next what happened?
Look at that, we've got 007 is gonna come in, he's gonna have to resurrect. Miyamoto Musashi is going to lock him in. It's gonna be a 1v1 fight. It's gonna be Miyamoto Musashi. This one's gonna be able to win. Marco Polo coming in, making so much damage. 007 and Moss is gonna have to proc his resurrection. It's not gonna be enough. Gongsun Li is still part of the fight. Marco Polo is gonna fall. Gongsun Li is gonna follow him as well.
But Zhou Yu stays alive, still contributing the damage. Shoot the later on team fight. Wow, another first ability kills it. Musashi Miyamoto in instant. We were waiting for the resurrection to stand up. Double kill onto Summer.
Now Zero is the last hope for Team QUESO to try to survive. He's gonna have to defend against 3 people from Bacon Time. The revive moment, the revive timing is going to be 17 seconds for Tutu to come in.
Too long to wait.
It is a too long wait. Is this gonna be the last of it? Is this gonna be it? Lupu is gonna jump in with the falling god. Zero disappears from the map. It's gonna be an ace. Congratulations
To Bacon Time. A second victory for today's match after over 30 minutes of fierce